My time in Brazil has absolutely flown by, but the last few months feel like a blur. This final video update is a quick look back at all that was accomplished in my final months there. June and July consisted of 3 back-to-back curriculum trainings in the southeastern region, the first in the city of Itamar. Pastor Amarildo has created a men's center, a women's center, and even an adolescent center. The staff members of all 3 centers participated in a 2-week training and clearly demonstrated a desire to offer their students the very best discipleship training possible. Amarildo pastors a vibrant church in the community and has a great balance between the 2 focuses of Teen Challenge, evangelism, and discipleship. He has a powerful deliverance ministry that meets every week with the most troublesome students, and he has trained a loyal and God-fearing team of staff members. I made a lot of friends there, but then my 2 weeks were up, and so it was time to go to the next place on the list, Teen Challenge of Volta Redonda. Volta Redonda is a city in the state of Rio de Janeiro. Pastor Michael and his wife Erica are the directors of the Teen Challenge there. They also pastor a local church, Covenant Ministries, and are devoted to seeing real life change in their students and parishioners. I was blessed to have the opportunity to preach at Covenant Ministries, as well as to live amongst the students for 2 weeks. The center's day-to-day operations are overseen by Pastor Guido and Fernanda, a couple who lives on campus who have shown great potential as leaders. Finally, I returned to Minas Gerais to visit one more center before heading home, Teen Challenge of Campos Gerais. Campos Gerais is a small town in the state of Minas, and Pastor Marcos, the executive director, is well known and respected by the local authorities. His center is small, but his vision is immense. However, after 6 weeks on the road, I was ready to return to Sao Paulo and rest up. It was only in October that I got back on the road and continued our rigorous training schedule. I preached a final sermon, and then I made my way home to prepare for my upcoming trip back to the city of Curitiba. Since my initial visit, the staff of Teen Challenge of Curitiba had completely changed, and so Pastor Mauricio invited me to come train his new interns. There was also another Teen Challenge center in the city that was not affiliated with our national organization, and so Pastor Aladi and his wife Valeria hosted me there for a week-long curriculum training. Next up on the calendar in October was a regional training with the Gregs, Greg Fisher and Greg Deal, old friends of mine and Teen Challenge celebrities here in Brazil. I served as their translator and travel guide to the southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, where we had a powerful training on discipleship and another on the Lead Like Jesus curriculum. November brought us to another national conference, this year intentionally kept much simpler. The theme was Caring for the Caregivers and was led by Brother Tom Brimmer, Regional Director of Teen Challenge in Europe. The topic was well received and ministered deeply to everyone who made the trip. The directors of various Brazilian Teen Challenge centers were also able to meet and discuss important issues facing the national program. It was a special send-off for me, as this was my final big project before returning to the United States. The national leadership of Teen Challenge of Brazil is facing some difficult challenges with the local government, and so I'd like to encourage each of you to please pray that God will open a mighty door of ministry for them there. As a final surprise, my good friend Dwayne Henders took me on a surprise trip to visit Iguaçu Falls and to see some old friends of ours in Rio. It was a blast and a great way to finish up my time in Brazil. All in all, God has done some truly amazing things in the past 2 years. I got to visit over 25 TC centers, to preach in 7 different states, to touch lives in the ghettos and pray healing over the hurting. God opened great doors of witness, and I got to be on TV, as well as on 4 different radio programs in 3 different states. Suffice it to say, a lot of people got a chance to hear my testimony of what the Lord has personally done in my life. Most of all, God gave me a new family. As I drove all over this great country, everywhere I arrived, there were kingdom citizens waiting to receive me, not just as a missionary or as a fellow Teen Challenge graduate, but as a beloved brother. Sure, crack cocaine still has lives in a stranglehold in this country, and there is still much to be done in Brazil. But I can tell you from firsthand experience, God is using Teen Challenge there to bring hope to the hopeless.